This is On Air with... Oh, geez. This is Almost On Air with Erica and Jon.
Welcome to the Almost On Air podcast. My name's Jon.
I'm Erica.
And we're coming to you live from Erica's studio apartment in Los Angeles. That is more furnished every time I come over here, I think.
I would also like to point out it's not a studio.
Oh. What's the difference? Oh, it has a bedroom.
It has a bedroom.
Oh, it's a one-bedroom apartment.
I'm very adamant on people knowing that I live in a one-bedroom, because if I'm going to pay for a one-bedroom, I think that I should get the credit.
You definitely deserve the one-bedroom cloud.
Right. So
because one bedroom is kind of a flex.
It is kind of a flex.
I don't know a lot of people that have their own one-bedroom apartment.
Frankly, I don't really know anyone.
Nice. Proud of you. Proud of you. Well,
cool.
It looks good. You're missing a couch.
Couch should come next week.
Okay, but
So
it's coming together.
Next time you come over, probably, because we do switch off weeks usually.
Okay, but also I came here 2 weeks in a row, so I feel like that means you should come over 2 weeks in a row.
No,
Whoa.
Because you were in LA for just another reason today.
Doesn't matter.
I drove down over the weekend to go to the fair with you guys.
And you should have done a podcast with me there.
Oh my God, we can't do a podcast on a Sunday and call it the one for the week.
No, we can call it the Sunday Fun Day podcast.
Well, why didn't we do that?
Because you didn't want to.
No, that's literally not true at all.
All I'm saying is you should come down to my place next time and the time after that. We should only make it fair.
I guess that's only making it fair. I feel like we're in a fighting mood today.
I think we're always in a fighting mood.
I got no sleep. I've really only slept well. We are not recording the video.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that's fun.
Sorry to people of YouTube. You missed the first part of us arguing.
Yeah, so this is going to come in about 4 minutes into our recording here, but that's fine.
But here's the deal. I have not slept well more than maybe 2 nights in the last 2 weeks. I'm exhausted. I don't know what to do anymore. What?
I feel like you should just record that sentence on a button, and then every week I could just press it.
That I'm tired?
Yeah, you're tired, you didn't sleep well, and...
Yeah, but I'm asking you for help of what to do to get to sleep.
Oh, I thought you were just telling me.
No, I'm not just complaining to you. I'm literally telling you I'm so tired. I could cry on the drop of a hat right now.
Drug yourself. ZQuil, it's like NyQuil, but without the medicine. It puts you right to sleep, dude. What's your excuse? Why haven't you tried it?
Because we get up so early, I've never reacted well to things like melatonin and such. Okay. Because you do have to I feel like you have to have a very long time of sleep.
You do. You can't go to sleep for 4 hours, but at the same time, go to bed earlier.
Yeah, but last night I was working until 11.
Okay, well then you're not going to get sleep that night. But you're not working until 11 every night.
No, but I've been working pretty late all week. I don't know what's going on. I'm really stressed out. So
next time that you're free by 7 or 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, I want you to take a shot of this ZQuil, dude. Because it's
I'm scared. What if it kills me?
It doesn't kill you. This is what I'm saying. You don't want to do anything about it. You want to sleep, you want to not sleep. You want to try things, or you just want to complain about it and never try things.
Wow, someone's in a bad
That was kind of
mood.
aggressive.
I take CBD gummies, and they help.
Help?
And the first night that they got here and I took one, oh my God, that was the best sleep I've gotten in years. But I've been taking them every night, and I think I'm just too stressed out.
It could be, but also sleep will help you with that. I think when you're tired, you get more stressed easily.
I know. So I don't know what to do.
I feel like melatonin always gives me weird, vivid dreams.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
The most vivid dreams.
Because then I'll wake up from them and be really groggy and confused.
100%. I'm not a big fan of the melatonin. I don't think that's
but ZQuil doesn't give you weird dreams?
Nope, not at all. It gives you sleep.
Maybe on a weekend, I will try it.
That's the time that it doesn't matter.
It does matter, though. What if I'm just simply trying to catch up?
Sometimes I think I'm going to mess up my sleep schedule because I try to go to bed early during the week, and on the weekends, I just never do. So I feel like every time I'm just starting to get accustomed to going to bed early, I ruin it every Friday, Saturday.
It's pretty wild, though, because you still have not your early alarm set on the weekends, but you still get up early on the weekends.
I do, because my body wakes me up early, which I do like, but I wish it woke me up earlier. Without an alarm clock, I think I get up at probably 7 a.m. But I'm not awake per se, mentally. I'm just physically awake. I'm up in my bed, and then I'm still tired. I'm gonna lay here for another hour and go on TikTok and learn super cool things and watch super dumb videos.
But what's the
and
point?
Probably make some coffee and then maybe.
Whoa.
But
what's the point of making yourself get up so early if you're just not gonna do anything?
Because then you get more out of your day.
No, I'm all for getting a lot out of your day.
Yeah, and you get more out of your day, even if it's just laying there on
But
TikTok.
also,
That's
what if
another
you're
hour
tired?
of enjoyment. You're still tired, but like if you lay in bed for another hour, you'll be fine.
Like, I know you and your roommates, you go to bed at like 2 a.m. a lot of weekends.
That is true. And we're definitely tired the next day. But
Weird.
we don't really have to do anything, you know? So it's like we're not really tired for many events, you know? We're just like, we're just going to lay around. Maybe I got some projects to do. I can go to a coffee shop and get some work done if I'm still a little tired because I'm at a coffee shop, dude. And
Sure.
everything else is like, so what? You know?
It's a weird way to live.
It is.
I'd rather be well rested. I do think I'll live longer because I do attempt to be well rested.
I'm undressing right now.
Yeah, well, because we can't have the air conditioner on when we're recording.
Is this the argument you had for me?
No, this is not.
Are you delaying it?
No, literally, I'm just so tired. That's all that came to mind in the second. No, so you know what? I posted the thing about my wine glass. I'm sorry. John's stripping for everyone on YouTube.
The clothes are off.
No.
Just my flannel.
No.
It's just my flannel. Just relax.
I just need you to not say things like that when this is an audio driven
Yeah,
podcast.
but like I also feel like that's kind of the fun of it because you can just hear. So you just got to use your imagination. So whatever I say, you just got to take my word for it.
Okay. So we post. Oh my God.
Like,
why?
what was that? If you're not watching, what was that? No one knows.
John just lightly smacked me in the face.
Kind of domestic abuse, I think. I'm having fun
I
with
think
this.
we have to be domestic partners for it to be domestic abuse, right?
What does domestic partners entail?
Being a domestic partner means you've been together for it's something like 7 or 11 years.
Wait, is this romantically?
I think hypothetically.
So we don't know. Wait, is this like that movie Chuck and Larry?
Yes,
Dude.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, where the guys like had to pretend to be gay because they wanted to file for a domestic partnership.
Yes.
Yeah.
So but I do think, there's people who have been roommates for 7 years and they joke like, oh, we're domestic partners.
Can you actually do it though?
I don't know. I've never looked into a domestic partnership. I've
You
never
know a
been with
lawyer.
someone long enough to
Attention,
look
all
into a
lawyers.
domestic partnership.
Okay, I interrupted you. Continue.
So anyway, I posted the reel that we posted. I posted it to my story of the wine glasses, talking about how beautiful they are.
How they're just wine glasses.
And they're not just wine glasses.
Yep, I remember.
And my best friend responded, Hannah. I don't even know if she really listens to this every week. But she said, does John realize that calling these just wine glasses is equivalent to saying that Chili's is just another restaurant? And I was like, she's spot on because it's so
Okay,
sure.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why you're wrong. Name some things that make those wine glasses beautiful wine glasses. Better than the standard ones.
They
Give me
are
as many details as you can.
So they're like a thinner glass, which just, they're higher quality.
Okay.
They have these really large, I'm looking at them right now. They have a much larger glass, actually, like the shape of it. And then they're shaped differently. They're not your traditional, thick, chunky, crappy restaurant.
Nice.
I'm like a kind of middle class mom who really needs a glass of Sauv Blanc. And it's like those short, chunky, round wine glasses. It's not that.
So those
they
are
have a style to them much, much, much greater than just your traditional basic biatch wine glass.
So you just gave me about 3, arguably 4 things that separate that glass from a standard wine glass.
Right, but I'm saying it's also aesthetically pleasing, which therefore makes it beautiful. I'm not saying is that the single best wine glass in this
No, but it makes it different. It makes them amazing. I'm just saying I could name probably 50 things about Chili's that separate it from your average restaurant. And so I feel like there are more differential details.
What's your number one favorite thing about Chili's that separates it from another restaurant?
Happy hour.
A lot of places have happy hour.
Absolutely.
John.
But they don't have $3 beers at their happy hour typically.
A lot of places have $3 beers at happy hour.
And those places that do have $3 beers don't have $5 boneless wings.
I would argue there's several places that you can get.
Oh, no. You are so wrong, dude. First of all, how dare you? All right. Also, $5 margaritas. This place has a good happy hour.
I did have a $5 margarita when I was
$5
there.
margaritas and $5 boneless wings. And they got to give you complimentary chips and salsa.
Oh, I didn't know those were complimentary.
Well, I'm a Chili's Rewards member, so for me, they're
okay. So
complimentary.
no, that doesn't count.
But they have a rewards program, which is pretty dang cool.
Okay.
They allow you to be a VIP member so you can get the complimentary chips and salsa, dude.
Look.
Those are already 4 things. I've already beat the differential, argument here. Plus, the vibe's pretty cool.
The vibes of those glasses are like, I might get laid tonight.
Wow.
So.
Okay, well, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Chili's kind of has those vibes, actually.
No.
Oh, definitely. Plus, they got cool Pizookies where you can pay half the
John.
price of a BJ's one, and they're still super good. Plus, they have like the 3 for $10 meals if you're trying to go and like eat a whole meal with someone.
Hold on. If you think that Chili's has the I'm going to get laid vibes tonight, I need you to step up your dating game.
I have been to Chili's with someone
And gotten laid
and gotten laid that night.
Was it a serious girlfriend?
Yes.
Different. Very different.
Still
At that
count.
point, she's just doing it because what else is there to do?
No, I think she loved Chili's.
You probably got laid like anytime you went on a date.
Not every time.
You're right. Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Like on a date night? Not every time.
you think every single time we hang out in 2 years, we're gonna.
I mean, kind of.
I'm tired. And some dates are.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
sweaty
tired
or
now.
walking around the zoo all day, and anyway.
And that's still not leading somewhere good at the end.
What was the original argument?
If I'm taking on a date, well, with a serious boyfriend, I hope it goes there.
Every time? Good for you.
Thanks. The argument was that Chili's. Oh, and I want to say, I do like love Chili's, and we DM with them, and
Yeah.
like they always respond.
Friends
and,
of the show.
Yeah.
Wow, Chili's,
of the pod.
friends of the show.
Yeah, they responded to our last message with the kissy face emoji, which
Yeah.
feels like maybe we're getting to like second base with them.
We definitely are.
Yeah.
Kissing's first base.
So we're getting to first base with them.
Yeah.
What's hugging?
I don't really know yet.
I'm talking about like friendship bases. Maybe.
Okay.
Shoot.
What's the home run?
I think kissing your friend is a home run.
So we gonna kiss Chili's?
We might. Things got weird. I'm just saying they are not an elite, classy, I want to go on a date there restaurant.
I mean, maybe not a first date, but like
10th? Maybe.
yeah, 10th for sure, dude.
Do you think that by 10 dates you're in a relationship?
No.
How many dates?
I was actually talking about this the other day. I went on a date last week, and I was telling someone that. So she says that she puts people in 2 categories when she goes on a first date. It's either a yes or a no, right?
Okay.
I typically am a big fan of the second date.
Oh, yeah. I believe strongly in a second date.
So I will put you in the no category if it's a no, but if it's in the yes category, to me it's still a maybe. And I need a few dates
For a
to
while.
figure it out.
Yeah.
But like some people, like when they know, they know. And I'm not one of those people. As much as our connection, works, I feel like I still need to get to know a deeper level. Because I feel like, and this is what I was trying to say too, is I don't think on your first date you are truly.
Sorry, did you tell this to this poor girl
Yeah,
on your date?
100%.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to need multiple. I'm not really sure about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her, I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, I don't think everyone is their true self on their first date.
It sucks for them. I sure am.
Are you though?
Oh my God.
I feel like there are things about you and maybe embarrassing facts or gross things that you do that you wouldn't share with someone on a first date. So you're not completely yourself. And I want to know more of those things that are underneath the surface.
I guess.
And that's what I mean.
Okay.
So I feel like you're in the maybe stage until I can really get to know like the full picture here.
Huh. I don't think that anyone should go on one date and be like, yep, I'm in. Let's like be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, and I don't think that's what they're saying either. But
Right.
they typically know it's like a yes as long as nothing else proves me wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that means it's still a maybe.
I mean, I would think so too.
Like,
but
don't you think that being in the yes category, for you, when you put a woman in the yes category,
The maybe.
it's still, in the maybe, it's still kind of a yes until proven wrong. Or is
it's
it
a
just
maybe.
like,
It's just a maybe to me.
it's just like a maybe until I feel like
This
doing
is
something
going
else?
super well. This is going great. I hope things continue, but it's just like I need to know, Like
I think-
anyone can put on their best behavior for a first date,
For sure.
And I don't want to be naive to being fooled by someone.
I think that women are more often, and I know I'm guilty of this, when someone shows interest in you, you're more likely to be invested than a guy. Like if you and I both went on a date today with separate people.
Okay.
And the people we went on dates with showed the equal amount of attention and affection towards us.
That we have shown to them.
No, as each other. So like you and I have the same experience, but different dates.
Okay.
I, as a woman, am more likely to be like a little like swoony over it than you as a dude are.
I don't think that's the case, actually.
You think you're more likely to be swoony?
No, I mean, maybe us as individuals, but I don't think a girl-guy thing necessarily.
I think more women have that reaction
Do you
to,
think
like,
it's because guys are
positive
known
feedback.
for putting in less effort, so when a guy does put in effort, you think it means more than it does?
Maybe.
Because I do think a lot
It's
of girls...
all about reading into things way too much.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of girls set their bar too low, so maybe
Yes.
that's the case. But I do know a lot of my friends who have been on a date with a girl and was way more invested than her, even though she maybe showed more effort, you know?
Yeah. And that's because when effort is shown towards us, we show it back. Even if it's not how we feel.
No, that's so not true. That's a true for you, maybe. That's so not true for everyone.
for me. And sometimes I have to, like, I actually recently had a talk with myself.
Okay. First of all, did you get that checked out? Out loud, internally?
No, internally.
Nice. No,
And
no,
it
no.
was like a moment where I was like, just because someone's showing me interest and affection and not even like great interest, but I was like, if I don't see a future with this person, I'm not pursuing that any further. I'm out. So,
yeah.
And in the past, sorry, that didn't really make sense. I didn't finish that thought. In the past, I would have like been like, no, it's fine. I can just like date them. Who cares? But I've done that before and gotten way too sucked in and ended up me getting super hurt, even though it was a guy that I really at the beginning didn't care about and never would have wanted to end up with.
How old are you?
28.
And you just realize this.
But I'm saying like, I think I'm at the age now where I'm not willing to just date people because they like me.
There is no age where you should do that, I think.
I'm just saying it's like part of a learning process.
Dating should always be dating to marry. Because if you're not dating to marry, you're wasting your time and you're dating to break up. Now, that doesn't go to say that everyone you don't marry is a failure, because you can still learn things from people that you date. But if you're dating someone knowing damn well you're not going to marry them, I think you're wasting your time.
I think you can get brainwashed though.
I mean, if you want to just like be in a friends with benefits situation, that's different. But
That's
if we're
so
actually
different.
talking about boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh no, I'm talking about like going friends with benefits is a whole other thing.
Agreed.
I'm talking about going on dates, like pursuing each other. You've never just dated someone just to date someone with no intention of like maybe marrying them someday?
With no intent. I mean, I'm not thinking about marriage per se, but if there is a red flag that I know I see, that's a deal breaker. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could not marry someone like
and you
that.
stop dating them.
I would stop dating them on the spot because.
I don't know if that's true.
Well,
Called out.
I don't know. I think it's
My watch just told me to breathe.
it depends on how big this red flag is. I'm trying to think of what a red flag would be.
Like in the early dating stage.
Yeah.
I think a red flag to me is non-communication.
It's like a mute.
No, but like not being able to communicate even like simple things, like wanting to go on a date or like, you know.
Yeah.
I also have had a lot of experiences with men who have female best friends, and I'm actually all for that because obviously I think that male-female friendships are great. But when they can't like communicate it and then the girl is weird, that's a red flag to me. When the girl is like super standoffish to you and like you're fully dating, it's an issue.
Is this a marriage issue though? Like I'm trying to think of like a red flag.
That's the rest of your life.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
If they claim that person will never be out of their lives,
Yeah.
then at some
would
point
agree.
it's going to become an issue.
That is a red flag.
So
That is a red flag.
and if they can't talk to you about it, clearly I've had a lot of experience with this. If they can't talk to you about it and like make it work, I'm out.
Nice.
This is a new decision. I haven't practiced this decision.
Oh, well, let me know how that goes.
I will.
Let me know how that goes.
Probably not well.
So last night I went to a concert in the park.
You did.
Which is pretty cool. It's one of those things that happens during the summer where if you go on your city council's website, for example, if you were just like Los Feliz City in the Park and you type that into Google, it's going to show you all the free concerts in the park for the summer, which is typically end of July through August.
I'm not certain that they exist here. But that's okay.
Maybe it's another Orange County thing. Anyway.
I mean, they did these in my hometown growing
No,
up.
I feel like they do everywhere. They have to
There's
have
probably
some
some nearby.
Yeah. If you're in LA, like there are things to do. You
For
know?
sure.
They'll have to have them. Anyway, so it's a free concert, and they book some it's usually like some Beatles cover band or like some 80s cover band or something. Just some
flash pants
Yeah,
sometimes.
flash pants, I wish. So some local talent that'll just go play at the park for free, and you can go pop up a table, some chairs, a picnic blanket, and you just kind of enjoy a free concert in the park. Mm-hmm. These are incredible. I feel like it's an amazing thing to do because then you're just outside your house, and if you're just going to be sitting there watching Netflix,
You might as well
go
just
to a
go
concert
enjoy.
park. Yeah, the weather is great.
Especially like with friends. And
Yeah, and as soon as the sun sets, like you have amazing temperatures. You know, it's so good to be outside. So I
Thank
was
you
sitting
for
there.
explaining to us how nighttime works.
Yeah, that is it. That is
Yeah.
it. So I go with my roommates because we're all kind of just enjoying this wholesome vibe, you know? And we are typically on the younger side of the people there.
For sure. They're like families usually.
Yeah. And a lot of like
So
older
actually,
people.
Are you really on the younger side or are there children?
There are some children.
Okay.
But like not too many. A lot of them were like older people, I think.
Okay.
Usually. Like older people who...
What are older people to you, John?
Senior citizens.
Okay. So like 65 plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Like...
Your girl at the gym.
Yes.
Okay.
Caroline. Yes. All the guys are like in Vietnam veteran hats.
Okay.
Which I was actually... I was making a comment last night. I was like, do you think all these guys were like... actually veterans, you know what I mean? Like, do you think all these guys were in Vietnam? And I went up to go look, and literally both of them had like Marines tattoos on their arms. So I rest my case. I think every old guy means it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't think that's something to lie about.
my realization though, as I was sitting there, like, my friend and I got up and we danced a little bit, and then we got back and we like sat down.
Which, by the way, was a male friend.
It was just 3 dudes just hitting up a concert in the park.
It's just funny because like you could say a friend and I are dancing, and people are like, "Oh, cute."
Dude, you want on a date?
Right.
It was a bro date.
I only know this from Instagram that it was not a date.
So we're sitting there and I just start looking at people, and I realized dancing objectively
Is awkward.
is the weirdest thing people do.
Yep.
It is so weird. If aliens came down to Earth right now and they were just observing the human race, dancing would be one of the most confusing things about us.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yep.
We are moving our bodies and limbs to sounds for no reason.
Like in an attempt to like what? Feel good?
Yeah. Like what?
Okay, but doesn't it kind of feel
No,
good?
it totally
Yeah,
does. It totally does. Like, dancing's sick, and I will dance everywhere all the time. But like, it's weird.
It is weird.
I was just looking at all these people, and like, it makes me want to go to one of those silent discos where like
they're
everyone
the
puts on
best.
headphones and you're listening to the same thing and people are dancing.
No,
But if
you can
take-
also be listening to different things.
which is also cool.
Yeah.
And then you take your headphones off and everyone just looks stupid dancing to music.
Right.
And I want to go to one of those, but at the same time, I'm just like, I can't believe we just like accept this, you know?
Yeah, we do.
It's like, and it's because everyone loves it. It's fun. Like, nothing else is like dancing. I can't sit in a crowd and not dance.
Yeah.
But why? Why do we want to dance?
I don't know. There's some sort of like expression about moving your body. Why do we want to do anything though? Like, why do we enjoy music? It's all about expression.
I do think it's about expression.
Which
I think
is
that's right. Because
hilarious.
why do we do anything? I think there are many things we do for survival. Like we want to eat, we want food, we
Sure.
want to procreate. So like that's why we're attracted to people and all these kinds of things.
Super weird that like sex is about survival.
It really is. Yeah, totally. Like that's the reason.
That ain't about survival.
But when it comes to like music and dancing, like it's literally just for feeling, you know?
Yeah.
For expression, which is interesting.
And maybe there's two kinds of people in the world. Like I think there's people who are like more into like music and words, and then there's people who are into like the way you can move to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Cause like the vibes are important, but like I'm so much more about the words and the general vibe.
A
than
melody
like
to lyrics debate.
a what now?
Like a melody to lyrics debate. But I think different songs.
I think I'm also thinking of like house music versus like what I prefer.
Yeah. But I think
Also house
what you get out of lyrics, maybe some people get from house music.
Right. And that's
You know
an
what I mean?
interesting, when we were listening on the way to the fair, we were listening to like house music in your car. And I was a little bit drunk, I think. I'd had a drink or two. And I just remember being like, I guess I kind of get why you guys like really, like you have like emotional responses to these shows.
Absolutely.
But I also think that because house music, when it does have lyrics, tends to have like very emotional lyrics.
Absolutely. They usually do.
I was still listening to the lyrics.
And like the way that the music hits sometimes,
Yeah.
just like it I feel like you can't bottle it in.
It's like
You know
a
what I mean?
body, out of body experience.
It really is
That's how I
sometimes.
feel at Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Is I think how, yeah, it's just like, man, there's something about that guitar in this field.
It's just like a release of emotion that nothing else could have triggered to.
I really need to go to a concert right now.
Yeah, 100%. Concert in the park. They have them all the time, every week.
Hey, cool.
During the summer, July through August.
Thank you.
I'll hit you up.
No, you won't.
Anyways, dancing. Yeah, it blew my
Yeah.
mind. So I just think it's weird that we're the only like people or like species on Earth that do that.
We
It's, like,
don't know
such
that.
it's a human thing. Okay, who else dances? Like we see
There
videos
could
of
be
things
aliens
dancing,
dancing.
but on Earth, I said.
Right. I mean, but maybe it's kind of like playing for dogs.
It's not the same. We play too. We wrestle. We like play tag and stuff, and that's a different
As children,
expression than dancing.
How come we stopped playing tag as adults?
Who?
Are you telling me that you and your roommates play tag in the backyard?
Dude, you remember that movie Tag?
Oh,
Did you ever see
I
it?
never saw it.
Oh,
No.
it was such a good. It was based on a true story. So there's these. I think it's 4 guys, and into their adulthood, once a year for 1 month, they play tag
For a month.
for a whole month.
So they go about their normal lives too.
Yes, and they go about
Okay.
their normal lives, and you can come up on a person at any time, any place, and basically ruin important moments for them just to come in and get the tag. And you have to play it very seriously. And I think there's
Okay.
some prize or punishment for the loser or whatever. But they just, like, it's this group of adults that take it so seriously.
That's you.
Yes, and I feel like that would so be something I would love to do.
I want to you've seen those memes of like the wife leaving the Nerf gun at the door and being like, I'm armed. Come find me.
Yeah,
That's the kind of wife I want to be.
nice.
Yeah.
Let me
Good
know how that
place.
goes. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be in. That's dope.
Yeah. Like I feel like why do we stop playing tag and like why do we stop playing like Red Rover? Actually, I know that because people get hurt all the time.
I
But
loved
like
Red Rover. Oh,
yeah,
so sick.
but people definitely get hurt.
Yeah.
Like I miss doing like kid stuff. I want to like make my hair look like George Washington in the swimming pool again. That's
Yeah.
do you know what that is, or
my
is that a
sister used
girl
to
thing?
do that
Yes,
all the
it's a
time.
girl thing.
It's
Okay.
such a girl thing.
Sorry, it's a long hair thing.
That's
That's gonna
fair.
have long hair too.
Well, big surprise here. Erica wants to talk about exes again. So we're going to
No,
take a quick
no,
commercial
no.
break and we'll be
Oh,
right back.
actually, I do.
And we're back.
I totally forgot.
So back.
Okay, here's the thing. I was reading this article and it said that Americans specifically kept ex-partners on the back burner during the pandemic. And I thought to myself, and they're talking about Americans specifically married.
Whoa.
Which is like a whole other level. However, I'm not going to take it that way.
Okay.
So it is essentially Americans who are in relationships kept ex-partners on the back burner during the pandemic. And at first I was appalled because cheating's not cool. And I also think the whole like burner theory is like kind of not cool as well, but it happens.
Back burner theory?
Yeah, the
Got
whole
it.
like having someone on the back burner just in case something like that also to me is like an unhealthy form of loving yourself.
I do
really.
agree.
You know, it's like
For the
love
most part, I
yourself and
agree.
like it's okay to be alone. However, the more I thought about it, I realized that it wasn't necessarily an ex-partner at this time, but like I have done this. I have had someone in the past that I kept around just because it was like attention and it was like interesting, even if I was not, I wouldn't say like in a relationship, but like dating someone.
So my question is, did they know that they were on your back burner or did they hope to be on the front burner?
I don't know. I never had that conversation with them.
Oh,
But
so you're basically...
I think they maybe hoped to be on my front burner.
yeah. And if you don't know, that's probably the answer. You're just purposely oblivious.
The person on the back burner?
Yes. You were
Yeah.
purposely oblivious to even wondering whether or not they would be on the front or the back.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it wasn't like a serious thing on any fronts, but it doesn't make me feel good that I ever did that.
So I guess my question becomes, when you read this report and your first instinct is disgust after hearing that Americans...
Am I disgusted in myself?
Yeah. Are you disgusted with yourself or would you like to defend your position for whatever reason?
I don't think what I did was right, but I also, again, I'm like, it wasn't serious for anyone. It never harmed anyone as far as I know.
Maybe they were a little hurt.
Do you think that you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think you do. I don't think anyone involved was hurt by like any form of backburnering.
Okay, but if they wanted to be your front burner at any point, they were probably a little hurt by it,
I don't think they knew.
which is even worse.
It's complicated. But what I've come to realize is I think the reason, and I don't think this is an excuse, but this is rather why it happened versus like it making it okay. But the reason it was happening is because the relationship I was in was really struggling. And I didn't feel that my needs were being met. And I can look at it now and be like, oh, that's why I wanted attention from that person.
I agree. That's a reason, not an excuse.
Yeah.
So I think what's interesting here is too, I enjoy when you come across these realizations because sometimes like we label things so quickly as right or wrong or you're good or bad for doing
Totally.
things. And like sometimes we do some dumb things, you know?
We've all done very dumb
For
things
sure.
in our
And
lives.
sometimes there are many gray areas where you're like, yeah, this probably wasn't the best thing, but it's what I did to cope with whatever I was coping with, and I hope to do better next time. But at the same time, those are the choices I made. And like, I still love myself, but I know that was also a wrong choice.
Totally. I think if I actually really loved myself, though, I probably would have just gotten out of every situation at that time.
That's actually true, and I do agree with that.
So,
but like, I just kind of want to play devil's advocate here,
okay.
just to play around with this. Is there ever a time where if you keep someone on the back burner, it's not a bad thing? What if you're both on the back burner?
For each other.
And you're like, you know what? We're both in relationships. We know we have crazy chemistry. But if both of these don't work out, this needs to be a thing.
I've never experienced that intentionally.
Okay.
Whether or not that's happened, I probably.
But do you think that can work out?
Man, that's hard because I do think there's that whole period of like getting out of a relationship and then you can't just run to each other right away.
I agree.
That's rebounds. And I've wanted to talk about rebounds for so long, maybe next week. But I think that it could work out if you focus on timing.
If you focus on timing. Okay.
Like you can't
Make sure
rush
you give
into
yourself
it.
the proper time to get over your past relationship and be okay with yourself and then be ready for a new one.
Yes. Do you talk about the fact that you know this about each other, that you have this chemistry? Or is it just an unsaid, we both get it, we're in relationships?
I don't think it matters if you do or don't. I think it's the same outcome either way.
I think it does matter. If you talk about it when you're in the relationship, that becomes a form of cheating. If you're saying like, hey, but someday.
Okay, I don't
What's the point of
when we label everything cheating. I don't like that.
There are different layers of it.
No, there's cheating and then there's other things that are wrong. That is something that's wrong. I don't think you're cheating saying, hey, if this relationship doesn't work out and your relationship doesn't work out, like there's a
if you're
chance
saying that
we
to
will end
someone,
up together.
you shouldn't be with your partner.
I agree.
Okay.
But is that cheating by definition?
I think it's a form of emotional cheating.
Okay, that's a better.
Yeah, I don't think it's black and white cheating, but emotional cheating is.
Because let's say you find out your boyfriend had said that to someone.
I'd be freaking pissed.
And rightfully so, and you should be.
I just like saw rage in my eyes.
And then you guys break up for other reasons. Is he a cheater in your mind? Do you tell your friends, oh, he cheated on me?
You know what's weird? If he starts dating that girl, perhaps he becomes a cheater. I know you don't like that answer.
I don't like that either, dude.
Sorry,
is he a bad guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
He's
say,
a really
oh no,
bad
he
guy.
was an a-hole. He like was doing things behind my back. That was like emotional cheating. I still think is a good gray area term that you could use. But like when you call someone a cheater, like you are putting them in a label of something different.
You know what's interesting?
What?
In this scenario, if the man has cheated on past partners, I think it makes him a cheater. If he didn't, he becomes a bad guy. Because like if they have a history of cheating, it makes it more likely that this was just a plan and they were invested in this girl and they were like making that a priority and they were thinking about it the whole time. If they don't have a history of cheating, there is like a difference.
There's a difference, but I still don't think you can call him a cheater if he didn't cheat. Call him a bad guy.
But
Call him an a-hole.
communicating with this girl and saying like, I'm going to be with you if this doesn't work out. Pretty emotional cheating right there.
I have to really think about that one.
Yeah, I mean, look, I only say that also from a place of someone that totally happened to. And it was like the worst thing I've ever dealt with.
Interesting.
You were there.
Oh. Yeah. But
I mean, you weren't there.
That was more than...
That was pretty like, I mean, months
Yes, months
on.
of talking to someone is definitely a level of emotional cheating.
Right, but if you know that you have chemistry with someone and you put them on the back burner, but you do communicate with them, it could be months.
I would say he started talking to another girl.
It's kind of cheating.
Kind of cheating. But it's like...
When you're giving ultimatums or when the girl's giving you an ultimatum and saying it's me or your girlfriend, sorry, that's cheating. Emotional cheating.
Emotional cheating.
It is not black and white cheating.
Okay.
It is not...
The gray areas. There are some gray areas. Sometimes.
There are some gray areas, but I think that some of the gray areas is considered cheating.
Yes. But I think the emotional part does matter when classifying because actually maybe
Yeah,
it doesn't.
No. I
Maybe it
agree with
doesn't.
you.
I don't
Because I
know.
don't like to say like point blank I got cheated on because it's not like I walked into the room and he was sleeping with someone else.
Right. But yeah, I guess you're kind of right though because if you do say that someone cheated on you and he slept with someone.
Does it matter which way?
Does it matter? Yeah. Does it matter? I don't know.
Sometimes I would prefer...
I could be wrong.
It was physical.
Really?
I think the emotional has really messed with my brain.
More than physical.
Physical, well, I don't know, physical, then I'd probably be like, what's wrong with my body?
Yeah,
but,
like if you would have found out that he was actually sleeping with someone else while also talking to them.
well, that's, I mean like strictly physical.
Okay, so you find out he was on a work trip and one night he slept with someone, never talks to her ever again. They just had one night physically together.
Yeah, it's still grounds to never date this man
Absolutely,
again
but
because he's just going to do it again.
What hurts less? Or what hurts more?
The one time, because that means he like came home, realized it was not right.
I mean, I think you realize that in the moment, but
True. but
that's interesting.
But the ongoing like relationship with someone while continuing to be in a relationship with me doesn't, I mean, to my brain, it just doesn't add up. I don't know how someone could do that. But I don't know. What do you think? Is physical, like a one-time physical or an ongoing emotional worse?
I don't know. A part of me is like thinking that if it's the emotional part, then I think I wasn't the right match for you because you can find what you're looking for in a relationship in someone else. Therefore, we are probably not a match.
I feel like they're just like band-aiding with someone else, and that's a whole thing.
They're what? I'm sorry?
Like I said band-aiding. Like,
like
it's
a Band-Aid.
just like a band-aid. It's not actually what they need or want.
Maybe. I don't know what's worse. I'd have to think about that.
I think I would rather I think I would rather it's like a one-time physical. I never spoke to them again. However, I worry that if it was like that, I would actually get back together with the person. I'd be more open to their apology.
Wow.
And I'm thankful that I was never open to any form of that once I knew about the emotional relationship.
It's all bad.
It's all really bad.
It's honestly all bad.
It's all not good. Have you ever kept someone like on the back burner though?
I have, I'm sure.
I'm not talking pandemic specific.
Yeah, I'm definitely
like
not
the story.
pandemic.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure at some point I have. But I think I was telling myself that what if this person who is on my back burner, I realize one day is in my front. You know what I mean? I realized one day, holy shit, what I thought I wanted, I chased, and then found out I didn't want that anymore because of whatever reason. I just needed to find out. You know what I mean? And so now I've realized that this is what I want. Does that make sense?
I mean,
which is still bad, and I think you should always be someone's first priority. But I think sometimes, at least with myself,
well, I think that's timing.
And it could be. I think timing is a better way to describe it because there were times that I didn't quite know what I wanted, like in my early 20s, you know. And so I was going around trying to find out what it is that I wanted.
Okay.
And there are some things that maybe I knew weren't the best options for me, but I couldn't
explore.
I needed to explore it. I needed to know for a fact, and I needed to feel it and experience it myself.
I feel like this is what I was kind of saying at the beginning, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like I now know myself to be able to like walk away much earlier.
Right.
When I know it's not going to be it.
Totally. And I'm just someone who wants to learn my own lessons. Like if you're telling me that like this cactus hurts when you touch it, like I want to touch, like I need to know for myself. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I need to know.
Fire burns.
Yeah. I have to know the consequences of these things by experiencing them myself. And I think that's a big flaw. But at the same time, I just know I'm my curiosity like runs.
That's interesting. Do you feel like you're still learning things by wanting to experience them?
No, I don't think so. Because like I don't know what else I haven't really like experienced.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Dudes.
I mean, I support you.
I know, I'm just messing around.
Oh, sometimes I wish.
Did I tell you one time I had a girlfriend actually ask if I was gay?
You have told me this in private, not
Nice.
on the podcast.
Nice.
Though.
Just curious.
You know what though?
Tell me.
I think a lot of girls have wondered if their boyfriends or men they're dating are gay.
Yeah.
I've
And I
dated
think
2 guys that I've wondered that about.
all men are a little gay
And good for them.
for Ryan Reynolds, I think.
Okay.
Who is just the prime specimen example of the male species.
I mean, he is. I'm not. You know what's interesting about him though? He
What?
has one flaw. He's got a pretty high pitched voice.
Oh, I don't think that's a flaw at all.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. You're saying he's the perfect male specimen.
Yes.
That's probably the one thing that's off.
I disagree. Because
And I don't care.
No,
I would still hit it.
I hear you. I mean, me too.
Hey, I think you would too. So.
No, what I think though is when you're thinking about someone with a deep voice, you want your stereotypical man's man. This is like your Jason Momoas. You know what I mean?
I'm not attracted to him.
Neither am I. But that's where the low voice hits. But Ryan Reynolds still has like a sexy voice. You know, it's not super high pitched, but it's also not too low. And that's what makes me like him even more, dude. He's not like the manliest man there is, but he's also not like a boy, you know?
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
So you feel like he's
funny. He's
Do
charming.
you feel like he's a little bit attainable as a man, but he's still like perfect?
No, just perfect. Attainable if you're Blake Lively, apparently, who also is one of the most gorgeous women in this entire world.
Did you see how beautiful she looked at the Free Guy premiere?
Stunning.
Like what she
They both, and
they're the perfect couple.
They are, and the fact that they just like goof on each other all the time, you know, and they like talk so much shit back to each other.
It's my dream.
It's my dream, dude. I'm like, I just want to make fun of my wife forever.
I know, but you know what's interesting? I was I produced a show called The Vibe. Tanya Rod hosts it. Sisney filled in this week with Tanya, and they were talking about Sisney's like rules for marriage. And she was like, I kind of have two. One is we have to be able to make each other laugh and like constantly have jokes. And I super agree with that. The second, she was, they can't be the butt of your joke every time though. So there is like, there's got to be that medium.
And I think Blake and Ryan have it.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure at home they're like.
No, we're on a first name basis now. So Blake and Ryan. But also he will clown on her and also be like, and this woman is the rock, like the most supporting thing about it. And I feel like he also does a good job of making sure that
I know
it's there. You know what I mean?
But
like you don't question it.
A lot of men could learn from that.
That's probably true. I know I could.
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing that. Words of affirmation is very difficult for me.
Sometimes even just with me, your friend, you're like too mean. You make me the butt of the joke too many times. And I'm like,
oh, friends, I'm meaner to actually.
I know, but like at some point I don't want to, I just want you to like be nice for like a second.
It's hard.
Jon used to be nice to me.
I was nice to you.
There was a brief period where you were so nice to me. Something must have been wrong. But
unclear, honestly.
I don't know. Be nicer to people.
I'm trying. But I feel like too nice is boring.
No, too nice is so boring.
So you got to find a balance.
I'm like the queen of being like a little bit of a bitch.
Princess, I'd say. Not queen. There are people who are meaner than you.
I thought you were calling me a princess, and I was like,
relax. We had a dog named Princess once. Terrible name. Little chihuahua. I hate it.
Not ideal, but for a chihuahua, I kind of get it.
She's dead. So.
Oh. I feel like we should, before we go.
I was going to say, you got to wrap this up.
Yeah, because someone will message and ask, Erica, why didn't you bring it up? I understand that Taylor Swift released the... I can't even say like, oh, Taylor Swift released like the vault tracks for Red. You know what she did? She released a weird vault video with decoding
tons of words
and weird song. And people think if you reverse the sound in it, I think that you can hear like the background vocals of All Too Well. So people think it's a chance that we're getting the All Too Well 10-minute version next week. We're for sure getting something on August 13th because that's a Friday and like, you know. She also tweeted on August 1st. It's August. So which she has a song called August, but whatever. I love her. I love her so much. I wish I had hours and time to spend decoding what happened. I'm tired. I love being a Taylor Swift fan more than anything, but it apparently was a crossword puzzle. Taylor, honey, what?
So like row by row is what she was giving you in that video?
Yeah, so like they think that we figured out that like Phoebe Bridgers is going to be featured on a song, which light me on fire. I let Twitter do the work now.
Oh, everyone does.
Right, but there's people out there doing the work. Think about it. Someone is behind those Twitter pages.
And if they're doing the work, they're not tired. They're pumped about it, and they're doing it.
I am pumped about it.
So give it 10 minutes. When I saw her tweet that today, it was 3 minutes after the tweet surfaced. 3 minutes. It already had 50,000 likes.
Yeah.
In 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 16, I think, 1,000 people a minute.
Dude.
I don't know the math, but dude,
no, you're close. 16.5.
There are so many people in the world decoding this. I was like, whatever this is about, I'm gonna find out in like 20 minutes because there are smart girls everywhere, just like dialed in.
There are smart girls everywhere. You're right.
I know, dude.
Gosh.
Smart girls, dude.
Smart girl power.
Good for them. Dude.
I don't think I'm one of them. I'm too tired to.
No, you're a tired girl. You're tired and smart.
Sleepy girl.
Sleepy.
Yeah. So I am excited. Hopefully we have more info by the time we record next week because then I can actually react and let you all know how I truly feel. I know Jon's excited. So.
Oh my God, I'm pumped. I can't think about anything else.
I know. So we're going to go so we can think about it some more. But
thanks for tuning in. We had a kind of a wild show today. A lot of ins and outs. Talked about a lot of things.
Erica's a bad person, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we knew. I'm just kidding. I think you're a better person than me. I've told you this many times.
Huh. If you want to catch up with our friends, Carla Marie and Anthony have a show. You can watch them on Twitch, the Carla Marie and Anthony Show, or on their podcast, My Day Friday. And I think that Ricky from 20 Somethings Doing Nothing podcast is putting a solo episode out.
Hey.
I think today as we record this. So keep an eye out for that. Jake, we still love you, but you know.
There's a YouTube account for the Almost On Air podcast you can check
sure
out.
is.
See some video that's missing the first 4 minutes in today's episode. And you can check us out on Instagram at Almost On Air.
That's all. Bye.